As you can tell by how dark it is, it's either early in the morning or late at night, and trust me, it ain't late at night. I'm not a night owl. I'm actually on my way to work, but something has been gnawing at me, and I've tried to do proper channels and kind of got a little crapped upon, and well, I got to do something. I feel as though I need to do something that I don't necessarily like doing. I'm not trying to spread any FUD, fear and uncertain doubt, or whatever you want to associate with it. This is not financial advice. I'm not trying to belittle a company. I'm not trying, because overall I believe in what they're trying to do. But I'm having concerns, and going through the proper channels, both on Twitter and trying on social media in general, as well as trying to message the company directly in private, have fallen on deaf ears. In the case of their official support group, their moderators have made up excuses for why I'm not allowed to post my concerns and my questions. So I would love to see them try and stop me from posting this. They can ignore it, and they probably will, because I'm small, tiny little channel. Just like on Twitter, I'm tiny. I have like 100 followers there, same as here. I don't have the little blue check mark. I'm irrelevant to them. But this is in regards to the cryptocurrency SafeMoon. And like I said, overall, I like what they're trying to do. And I believe they are legitimately trying to do it. It's just, as I have said a few times before, including on my Twitter, I haven't said anything on here yet because I've been trying to, basically when it comes to cryptocurrency, what I know compared to what I don't know is like comparing an anthill to Mount Everest. And when I say anthill, I don't mean like fire anthill. I mean what we call in my area piss ants. The tiniest of the tinies. But basically, I have said many times, they are trying to do way too much, way too quick, and are having issues pulling it off. I have been trying to reach them since middle of October 16th to be exact. It is, as of today, November 1st, 2021. So, half a month I've been trying to reach them in various avenues in regards to their wallet. I've been having a lot of issues, and I've been reaching out because if it's a bug, it could be something that could be addressed, make it overall better, which could help the SafeMoon community as a whole, and it can help grow their company, help support their other avenues and whatnot. Basically, I'm trying to provide them feedback to assist, and again, I cannot get any response, and their official Facebook group won't allow me to post anything about it. The first go around, they claimed that, I was trying to post financial, monetary amounts. And maybe I was, but it's kind of hard for me to believe that when people have actually posted screenshots of their wallet with dollar amounts and everything. And on that one, it was when I was trying to do a swap in the SafeMoon wallet. It was basically, I would put $200, I'd have $200 in Ethereum, and it would basically only allow me to act like it would only allow me to swap for like 600 SafeMoon. $200 worth of Ethereum, 600 SafeMoon tokens, and it's at 0.000005 cents. That ain't, something is wrong with that. The numbers don't add up. Even if you look at every last fee you could come up with, every last tax, everything, that number does not add up. That tells me there is a glitch somewhere in the system. And the fact that one time it would say insufficient balance for even 25% of, $200. And then the next time I would hit 25%, literally 30 seconds later, and it would say I could do 25%. And then the next time, insufficient balance, and I would not change how much I have in it. Same amount, but every time I click it, I get a different response as to whether or not I could do it. And every so often, I would have this glitch before the version 2.8 update. It did happen on occasion. The thing is, eventually I could click on like max and it would go through, or 75% and it would go through. It was just a momentary glitch. I'd come back in 5 minutes and it would go through. This has been ongoing since the version 2.8 update, and we're up to 2.10. And the most it will allow me to transfer is 25%. And even then, it's spotty if it will allow me to do that. And SafeMoon has ignored that. And yes, I have even reached out to Papa, to the Fudhound. I think I've even CC'd the CEO, John Garoni himself. Which I get, they're probably way too busy, but even their official Twitter account has ignored me. And yeah, I get it. Communication has been an issue. There's been a number of times where a little bit of communication in PER would have helped them a lot, but they've fallen short on that a lot. But the particular reason I'm making this video is after the 2.10 update, it finally did allow me to say you can transfer 25%. It's like, fine, screw it. Better than nothing. So I went for it. Last night, which was Halloween, or yesterday, Halloween, I went for it. And it said it was processing, so I went on to do other things. I never received any type of notification that it had gone through, so I went and checked. The last transaction it's showing for receiving SafeMoon was October, basically middle of October. But the Ethereum was removed. So basically $200 worth of Ethereum was taken out as if the swap had occurred, and the SafeMoon is not showing as being received. Now, some people will be like, oh, it's only $200, and yeah, I know. I have yet to invest money in it that I cannot stand to lose. That's the only financial advice I'll give, is never invest money you could not live without. Standard advice. But when I'm not making a huge killing at work, I'm underemployed for what I'm capable of doing. The pay rate is acceptable for the type of work I'm doing, but when you start adding extra jobs because they've been doing the Lean Sigma or whatever it's called, where they determine the minimum number of people you can have to do the work. We've been doing stuff like that and layoffs and everything else. So I've had a lot extra work added to me. So yeah, that's for what I'm expected to do. I'm not making nearly enough. And but still I'm making it. And then, when you're driving 40 minutes one way to work, so you're spending $35, $40 a week in gas at this price. And let's face it, groceries have shot up as well. $200 can go a long way. And I could find another translation, I could find other ways to spend $200 on rather than just pissing it away into nothing. Which basically this is what happened. And I have no way of really contacting them that they would actually give a flying flip about. I can't reach out to them. So I'm hoping that eventually, if I post in enough platforms, someone whose name and status in the community has a little bit of clout will see it, and maybe someone will take note that, hey, your app, your wallet has issues. Again, I believe in what they're trying to do. But I also believe they're just trying to rush it, and there are things falling through the cracks. So, yeah. That's my big issue. I just lost $200 because of technical glitches I was hoping they had fixed. And obviously they haven't. If anything, there appears to be more technical glitches. Now, whether it be on my phone, which I'll admit I have a cheap phone because, well, when I had to swap out, it was because I was on the phone to a guy who had lost his dog, and dogs started biting me, and my phone went flying. And I knew when it broke, and when it was the last drop it could handle, apparently, because I'm a bit of a klutz. And I knew I was going to have an ER visit to pay for, and it's like, I don't really want to pay $1,000 on a phone when I knew I was going to have a few $1,000s in medical bills, which I did. Thank you, United Healthcare, for raising that, for basically saying the hospital I went to was out of network, which they did eventually do. And I've talked to people, and they said that that's something that's happened to them as well with United Healthcare. Screw United Healthcare. Yeah, that's a different rant. But so I can understand. I have a cheap, some would say ghetto smartphone. It's a Motorola, but it's not like the top tier. There's a reason why it was a $500 phone on a rebate for $300. It ain't top tier. But, so that could be part of the issue. Not going to pocket it off entirely on them. But it's still something that I would think the input could be beneficial. I could have taken that $200 and put it toward a nicer phone. There's a lot of things, positive things being said about like the Pixel 6. I'm on Verizon. I think the OnePlus 9 may be compatible with Verizon. And there's been some positive things said about that. I could have taken that money and done something worthwhile with it. Instead, it's just gone. So yes, I'm calling SafeMoon out, and I'm hoping that someone, somewhere, will actually see this and they will take note. The moderators of your official Facebook group, I don't know if they're just fanboys or what, but it seems like they're real good about trying to squash criticism. Any, concern, they do a fairly good job trying to squash it. My last post where I was trying to say this, they said I was trying to, they denied the post saying I was trying to clutter it. Clutter the news feed. I've seen some of the posts they allowed to go through. Some of the posts are just like memes of like, to the moon. That is cluttering the news feed. not posting a valid concern or a valid, what I think is a valid concern or criticism, which is, losing $200 is a valid concern or criticism in my book. Your PR presence, SafeMoon, kind of sucks. When True FUD has come out, there was no response for days. And there were people who offered their services to help you with your PR, and instead you did a video highlighting them, claiming that they were spreading FUD against you when they were trying to quell some of it. That did in fact happen. And you may even try to come after me saying I'm spreading FUD, but I'm not. I think overall you are a good company, good entity, whatever. And I think you're trying to do good. It's just, you got to crawl before you walk, and you got to walk before you run. And you're trying to go from nothing straight to running a freaking marathon. And I don't think you have everything lined up, set up, ready to go to pull it off effectively, in a way that won't, at least in the short term, hurt you. Like when you tried to do the app and the Android and Apple app at the same time, and the swap features on your website, you admitted that, you bit off too much. And I think you're consistently trying to do that. And stuff like that isn't going to help your image. It's going to give you more stuff to try to overcome. Just pointing that out. Anyway, like I said, maybe someone will see this. Maybe someone will actually finally decide to reach out and find out what's going on. Maybe someone will even help me figure out what happened to my $200, even though I doubt I'll ever see that again. This has gone on way too long, so I'm going to end it here later.